What if the most personal thing about you is actually shared by millions of other people? Your fears, your thoughts, your secret feeling that nobody truly understands your inner world. What if almost everyone on Earth secretly believes they are different from everyone else, in exactly the same way? In the next few minutes, you are going to discover why the human brain creates the illusion of uniqueness, why people overestimate how special their experiences are, and how this effect shapes loneliness in social media. In psychology, this phenomenon is known as the false uniqueness effect. Researchers discovered something deeply strange about human perception. Most people believe their emotions, opinions, struggles, and moral qualities are rarer than they really are. In one experiment, thousands of participants were asked questions about their personalities, fears, ambitions, and private thoughts. Again and again, people gave nearly identical answers, the same insecurities, the same dreams, the same silent anxieties. But almost every participant believed their inner world was uniquely personal. And here is where everything becomes fascinating. Your brain is not doing this by accident. Human beings evolved in social groups where identity mattered for survival. To feel valuable inside a tribe, the brain needed to create a sense of individual importance, a feeling that you mattered, that your existence carried meaning beyond the crowd. So your mind developed a powerful illusion. It constantly whispers, "You are different. Your pain is deeper. Your story is special. Nobody feels exactly what you feel." And emotionally, it feels completely true. But now the story takes a strange turn, because this illusion shapes modern life. Think about social media. Millions of people posting carefully edited versions of themselves, unique aesthetics, unique opinions, everyone trying to stand out. But scroll long enough, and a strange pattern emerges. The same poses, the same captions, the same emotional confessions, and suddenly, individuality itself begins looking strangely identical. But here is where it becomes genuinely unsettling. The more people believe their struggles are unique, the more isolated they become. You think nobody understands your anxiety, nobody understands your heartbreak, so you stay silent. And millions of other people do exactly the same thing. Entire societies become filled with lonely individuals. Now imagine the irony of that. Human beings are connected by the very feelings that make them believe they are alone. The false uniqueness effect does not only influence emotions, it changes beliefs. People assume their moral values are more enlightened. Your brain naturally places your perspective at the center of reality because that perspective is the only one you directly experience. And this creates conflict everywhere. Online arguments, relationships collapsing, communities dividing into tribes. Because once someone believes their worldview is uniquely correct, disagreement no longer feels like conversation. It feels personal. But then comes the biggest twist of all. The desire to feel unique is actually one of the most universal human experiences. Every culture and every generation, every single era in history, people desperately searching for something that separates them from the crowd. And your brain reinforces this constantly because uniqueness feels psychologically safe. It protects self-esteem. It creates identity. It gives meaning to suffering. If your pain feels unique, it feels significant. If your story feels unique, your existence feels important. But now the entire illusion begins collapsing. Because the emotions you hide, millions of people already know them. The fears you think nobody understands, countless strangers have felt them before. Even the feeling that you are unlike everyone else is shared by almost everyone alive. And suddenly, something beautiful appears inside this contradiction. Maybe you were never truly alone. Maybe the human experience has always been far more connected than people realize. Your anxiety, your hopes, your confusion, your need to matter. These are not proof that you are separated from humanity. They are proof that you belong to it. So the next time your mind whispers, "Nobody understands me," remember this. The strange thing about being human is that almost everyone secretly feels exactly the same way. And perhaps the greatest illusion ever created by the human brain is the belief that your humanity makes you different from other humans.